Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. I made my breakfast in another video if you guys want to check that out, but today I wanted to do my lunch. It's really quick and easy. It's really like a busy gal's healthy lunch. Lunch is something that I would normally skip or just try to snack through, but this is actually more of a regimen that my dietitian recommended I do like back in October, and I've been slowly trying to get up to speed with this. And basically all it is salad, but really you're just taking a lot of different ingredients that some of them are made ahead like on a Sunday or whatever, and you just put them together to quickly grab out of your fridge and make a meal out of. You could do this even for lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever you wanted to, but I prefer to do something like this for lunch because it's healthy, it's quick, it's kind of so easy to just put together, and a lot of times it even prevents me from eating out. So I just want to kind of show you, you can adapt this to whatever type of ingredients that you really like, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I have is some baby spring mix. I am more of a spinach person, and Zach really likes things like romaine, so this is a good option for us because we each have different tastes, and this is one that we agree on a lot. I try to go organic with anything that's, as much as possible, I try to go organic, but especially anything like a leafy green, I try more than anything to get organic, just because it comes in contact with a lot of stuff. All right, so then I've got some cherry tomatoes. Again, they're the easiest tomatoes. If I were to try to cut up a tomato, I'm just not going to, and it's gonna go bad. Even this, it would really be better if I cut them up. And these ones are already washed and ready to go. But I'm not really gonna cut them today. Maybe I'll change my mind. Next I've got some onion, again already cut up. A lot of times I'll use something like this in a soup too, so just having some onions that are already cut up and ready to go is a good thing. Let's see here. A couple of new fresh pieces. I like green pepper, and I also like avocado, and these ones are just fresh from the store, so I will be cutting them up, and then kind of part of the process is I'll cut up all the whole green pepper and then put them into one of these little storage guys so that I can then use it later and it's even quicker. So let me get a knife. My knives are not sharp. I just never have upgraded my knives since I got them, and I don't sharpen them either, but I kind of know my way around them. Probably better than if I were to try to have really sharp knives. I would probably hurt myself. Okay, back. And I like to just kind of dice these up. I think that with a salad, you want something that has sort of smaller chunks. Another reason why I love to have green pepper though is we make fajitas a lot in our house, and so I'm not going to cut all of them up into small pieces, but the pieces that I'll use today for my salad I'll definitely cut up small. But yeah, for fajitas I like to make them into strips. Okay. Get a container, probably this size. These are the coolest things, by the way. I have added to my collection over time of these. They are completely glass here, and then the lids are bamboo, and it's just got a little bit of like silicone around the edges to press it in and seal it. But that was another tip that my dietitian told me to do, is if you are going to keep your food in containers, make sure that you can see through them, because otherwise you just won't eat it and it won't, like, you won't actually try to eat it or see it, or when you see food, it just makes you hungry for food. and I think that's part of the idea there. And then of course, like anytime that I'm not putting my food in plastic, that's something that I try to do, is not put it in plastic. Not always avoidable, but I'm trying. Slowly getting better at that. But yeah, these things have really come in handy. All right. So avocados next. Again, dull knives. If you have sharp knives, you probably want to not do this in the palm of your hand. Another great avocado day. And then I like to just cut that up into slices, and I'll get it out with a fork in a second. All right. Next, I prefer artichoke hearts, and Zach hates them, whereas he prefers banana peppers and I hate them. I mean, I don't hate them, but I'd rather just have artichoke hearts. Okay, I really need a fork at this point. Mama fork and a papa fork. I just don't like big forks when I eat. I feel like I have so many opinions in my kitchen, but it's true. I feel like because I'm small, it's just to have a big old fork. It just makes my food yummier when my fork is small. Okay. Another thing I try to do is not use too many of utensils or anything. There's a small chance I have avocado in my head right now. One second. Okay, back. What I was saying was I actually prefer to not have many utensils that I try to use, so I'll be rinsing stuff off and reusing as much as I can. Again, I just try to make lunches really easy. I don't know what it is about artichoke hearts, but I just love them so much. And these ones are also marinated, so they have this really yummy flavor, kind of like Italian seasoning with them. And Zach got into banana peppers this year just because we ordered a vegetarian pizza one time and it came with banana peppers. And now he's like obsessed with banana peppers and puts them on anything. He's like, there's nothing that can taste bad if there's banana peppers on it. But I mean, I think they're all right. They're just kind of like a pickle. All right, now another thing that I like and Zach doesn't like is beets. And these ones are canned. They're chopped up, shredded, and I just really like these. I'm gonna have to be careful though because I'm wearing white shoes right now. So I'm just gonna be super careful. And this is my old-fashioned can opener. I think this one's my grandmother's from like 20 or 30 years ago. But see, I say that and now it's not working. There we go. Yeah, I've done a lot of research back in the day of why I like root veggies like carrots and beets, and I don't know, it's just something to do with my body type, whereas Zach likes more cruciferous, romaines, all of that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my fork. All right, so all I'm gonna do is just lift some off with my fork and put that on in a corner. If you ever made a Buddha bowl, these are so yummy in that. And a lot of times they'll just put little pockets of different food groups in different corners of the plate, and it just looks so good. But yeah, you're either a beet person or you're not. That's totally fine if you don't like them. I love them though. All right, so another thing that I have already put into a little container is the garbanzo beans or chickpeas. To me, they just taste like hummus, Zach thinks they taste more like a lima bean, and so like he's okay with eating them, but he's got to have it with other food as well. He can't just have these. Because who likes lima beans? So if you're thinking that they taste like lima beans, then you probably won't like them. Okay, so I also have some cucumber that I cut up yesterday. You know, it'll last. It'll be, sorry, I'm making a mess. Cucumber will look a lot more fresh than this when you cut it up fresh, but just to make my life a little easier, I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, Zach likes cucumbers, so I'm gonna add some to his too. All right, whatever, dude. I thought you didn't like cucumbers. All right, so now I have shredded carrots. And I'm just gonna add Zach some carrots as well. Again, he's not a roots guy, but he likes shredded. Okay. I'm gonna move on to this one next, I guess. This is hard-boiled eggs, and I can link you guys to how Martha Stewart makes hard-boiled eggs, and that's exactly how I make them. I don't mess around. I don't like them overcooked, but then again, I have no idea what's inside it, so we'll see what they turn out like. I have heard that it's true that if you leave the, what do you call this, the shell? If you leave the shell on until the next day, then it will kind of break easier and you won't get too many little chips inside of your hard-boiled egg. And I cooked mine after a boil. I turned off the heat, covered it, and cooked them for 8 minutes. So they should still not be overcooked at all, a little bit creamy, but not runny either. Yeah, see that? It's like not chipping or anything, like that little waxy part of the shell isn't sticking to the egg. All those really obnoxious things about hard-boiled eggs are solved by peeling it the next day. I also added a little bit of vinegar to the water while I was boiling it, and that helps the shell lift off from the egg a little bit more too. All right, I'm gonna set that right here and take this away. Okay, big reveal on the egg. Oh, let me rinse that off a little bit. Still got a little bit of shell on it. See, that's perfect because it has a little bit of the richness of the yolk there. It's not something that is overcooked or anything. It's a little bit creamy still, and there's nothing that's gray around the edges. So that's awesome. I'm just gonna give us each 1/2. And I'm gonna put the chickpeas with the egg for Zach. It's a thing, I don't know. All right, so another little preference here. Feta, absolutely amazing on salads, especially with cucumber. And today I'm using this one, which I picked up from the store this past weekend when I was making some spaghetti, and it was just the perfect Parmesan sort of thing. It doesn't even say it's Parmesan, it's just Tuscan cheese. Just little cheese shavings. So Zach's is really more of a Greek salad in some ways. He's got Greek dressing, feta, cucumber, and I don't know what mine is. Mine's kind of more Italian. So I've just got my cold pressed olive oil with that. And that one cucumber is just a little too thin. It's not looking so great. The only thing left is croutons. You definitely don't have to add croutons, but these ones are from Olive Garden, and before we moved, we ate Olive Garden all the time to go. It was so good. But for now, I've just got some Olive Garden croutons. And that was probably too many. You might not want to add that many, but that's what I'm doing today. All right, so that's pretty much all it takes to add together a quick, healthy lunch. And a lot of these things are just kind of prepped as I go. So I had a fresh green pepper, sliced that up, and it's ready for tomorrow. I'm just kind of rotating all of those things out. So that's really it. The only other thing that we like to have is kombucha. We seem to have that like every day for lunch, and it just feels like a soda to us. But there's several brands and flavors that we don't really care for. A lot of people don't really care for kombucha at all, and so the one that we always get is this one. Not sponsored, but if you've been around this channel before, you've seen me talk about this so many times. So this is gingerberry. It's blueberry juice and kombucha and ginger, and it's especially got one sort of probiotic in it that I really need, which is S. boulardii. Probably not saying that right. Anyways, super good. I haven't had a better kombucha since this. I've made my own once, and I'm not doing that again. Okay, so I like to have it in a cup, and then I give Zach the rest in the bottle. And I'd also say that this one generally is a fizzier one, but sometimes it isn't very fizzy. So you can shake it up if you just want a little bit more fizz to it. But looks like it's a little bit more on like the vinegar side. So if yours doesn't fizz up as quickly, then that means that yours is more ripe and probably healthier for you. But yeah, sometimes if it's really fizzy, it tastes exactly like a blueberry tea soda blend. Really good. And that is lunch. So I will see you guys next time I make something like this. It will be for dinner, and I'll see you then. All right, bye.
Call me crazy.